Welcome to Prius Hoon. I'm your host, Old Bald Dude. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Hey, old bald dude, you can't hoon in a Prius. Oh, can't you? You've been misinformed by fake news or Vladimir Putin and that really hairy guy down the street with a 1983 IROC on cinder blocks in the front yard, the one that drives the HOA crazy. They say things like, all Priuses, Prius plural, whatever, are owned by snowflakes, and women who wear Duluth Trading Company fire hose pants, and people who think they're better than the rest of the world. And they want to rub their self-proclaimed Save Mother Earth superiority in everyone else's face. They're pious. Prius, pious. Prius, pious. A coincidence? A mistake? No way. They also say that anybody who drives a Prius thinks that they own the whole freaking street, maybe the whole highway or interstate or mall parking lot or office parking deck. Yeah, you get the picture. No blinkers, quick lane changes into oncoming traffic, driving either the exact speed limit or 5 to 10 miles under. At stoplights, they look over at that Porsche GT3 or that Coyote Mustang or the Camaro SS that's been lowered a couple of inches and that big nasty Ford F-150 that's been raised a couple of inches, like they just crawled out of the primordial ooze and are out to destroy every clean puff of oxygen in our atmosphere. After, of course, they shoot old ladies and chubby infants with AR-15s and murder every last baby seal on the planet with dynamite. The Prius naysayers also point out the mechanical deficiencies of the Prius. It's got no torque. It's got no horsepower, at the crank or at the front wheels. It's got tiny wheels and narrow, low-resistance tires that have the grip of an 1840s Conestoga wagon. The brakes flat out suck. The regenerative braking slows it down more than the actual discs, which are about the same circumference as a freaking dime. The 0 to 60, well, it's about 40 seconds. Then they talk about the styling. Why in the heck does it have to look like that? The drag coefficient is 0.25, whereas the Mazda 3 sedan, Audi A6 sedan, the BMW i8, they're all about 0.26, and the amazing boat-like, gigantic, super powerful Mercedes S-Class is 0.24 for crying out loud. Yeah, the lowly Prius looks like a doorstop at your great-grandma's house. They're trying to make it look like cars were projected to look like in the late 2000s, back in the car books of the 1970s. Well, as a wizened old fart and Prius owner, let me clear some things up about these ridiculous misconceptions. My Prius is magnificent and it's an unruly beast. Believe me? Keep watching. If you don't believe me, keep watching. Let's take a closer look at the Prius and see how hoon-worthy it really is. Of course, my Prius has some jaw-dropping mods that make it unique. Get ready to have your paradigm shifted and your minds blown by the speed, loudness, and general awesomeness of a 2010 Prius. 3,042 pounds of pure monster. Under the hood, I have a Whipple W140AX 2.3-liter supercharger, racing cams, a brand new manifold and header, and a huge strut brace. My exhaust is not that fancy, just Borla catbacks with a secret stealth single tip that actually hides the other tip through powers of invisibility. My carbon fiber wheels are covered with the original plastic hubcaps to give it that stock, authentic look, as not to make the other Prius drivers spill mocha mint green tea all over themselves at traffic lights. As far as mods go, that's basically it. No splitter, no 3-foot tall ricer multi-spoiler in the back, or anything else that would give away its sleeper status. Other than the exhaust sound, by the way, which is completely insane. Get ready to experience my 2010 Prius. Yeah, I know. It's come to the time in the video for some hooning. You've probably been saying to yourself as you watch all of this nonsense, when's the hooning? When's the hooning? Well, it's going to start soon. Excuse my messy garage. First of all, we're going to have to do a cold start. It's a great looking day for hooning. I just have to go to Mexico and watch out for the cops. Now let's try some revs.